Namaskar, everyone. Thank you for joining us once again. It's another beautiful morning here in Jaipur. A little cooler today and a bit breezier, but that'll certainly make it easier to get around. We certainly did a lot of steps and a lot of stairs yesterday, so a little bit easier today. We're off to the city palace, which is supposed to be quite spectacular, and a place called Jantar Mantar. It's an astronomy and astrology observation area that's over 500 years old. It's supposed to be very interesting, especially for a science nerd like me, I suppose. And then we'll see what the driver says. There's a little supermarket we want to check out. It's got some Western goods in there, hopefully some cheese and maybe even some meats. I haven't eaten meat in probably over a week now. I know. I don't miss it. So join us today as we head off and do some more exploring around Jaipur. Really loving the city, and I'm glad you come along. See ya.
Here we are, Jantar Mantar, collection of 19 astronomical instruments built in 1734, including the world's largest stone sundial. This is the smaller one. As you can see, it's showing the exact time, but it wasn't accurate enough, so they had to build this one, showing both with a cat for show. Here it is. Each one of those marble slabs is 10 minutes, I think. And a show of the gardens that surround all of the instruments. This is that stone sundial. And this shows the exact position in the heavens of the sun. But that wasn't big enough, so they built this one so that they could go down and measure it precisely. That little square there shows exactly where the sun is pointing. Then off to the city palace. City palace was built when Jaipur was formed. They came down from the Amber Fort, and it was completed in 1727. This is the building for guests, and then you enter into the one of many compounds. All these lovely gates and doors. This was the greeting area, all in red sandstone, hand painted. Just look at that detail. The Raj at the time was asked to visit England, so he had these formed out of 10,000 silver pieces to carry water from the Ganga River. Another one of the gates. These are solid pieces of marble that they were carved out of. One of the guards jumping in. And then into the artist area. The Maharaja, and they still do, look after the artisans of the city. Miniature painting, large painting. We bought this little miniature of a camel from this artist, Mr. Padhu Singh. Close up to show all the fine work in that little picture.
From Aravalli mountain, orange color, very interesting. Yellow color, yellow malarai. After the mixed color, different tone. White chalk. some color, flower color, blue color, indigo flower, indigo.
Yep.
Different color, yellow color, sunflower, not stone, sunflower. Flower से juice, after gum. ये color gum mix, natural gum.
Yes.
Mixed color, not never fed color. Look, the mix is green. Red color. After the mixed color, different tone. Different tone. Yellow color, different. After gum, mixed. Look, show my work. My family is 7 generation, father, grandfather, forefather, old family artist. Okay? Not school, not coaching by generation. Look. Only one hand.
It's amazing.
As I may have said before, these brushes use the tail hair of the squirrel. I think he said about a dozen hairs down to one fine point. And this is using charcoal and water. He then presented it to us as a gift. Thank you, Mr. Singh. This is a standard size picture, all done with that fine brush. If you look up really closely, you can see some details, like this monkey in the trees. See its eyes and its face and its fingers. And down past Hoa Mahal again to do a little bit of shopping. Rika found these elephant pants. She's absolutely in love with them. And I got an elephant shirt. Down to that supermarket I was talking about.
Yes.
Found some cheese and some ham and some crackers and some yogurt. So we bought enough for a couple of days. Meals up on the roof as we watched the kites. Outside while we're waiting for our drive to come back. Ordered a couple of street chais. So this is how he makes them. Very high heat, boiling it away, adding the milk and the spices and the sugar and aerating it with your spoon. Marika says you never know what vessel you're going to receive your chai in as well. Sometimes it's a teacup, sometimes it's a paper cup, or a tiny paper cup, or a glass, or even a clay cup. Homeward bound, some of the traffic again. Yes, they do have traffic lights here, and they have a timer on it showing you how long the red and the green lights are going to be. Demonstrating how drink driving is bad. Just some of the sights you see on Indian roads as you drive around. Some of the spaghetti wiring that's very common. Then we had to be dropped off before our accommodation because a procession was coming down the road. So we jumped out and watched as it drove past. I've reduced the volume to about 30%. It's quite loud. We both received garlands as well. So we retired for the evening, snacking on cheese and crackers, watching as the sun went down. Not as many kites tonight. Still fascinating to watch though. So another day in Jaipur tomorrow. We'll do some more exploring. Hope you join us then. Until then, Dhanyavad.